Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki, and we're here to talk about how we can increase our happiness in the moment. So let's jump right into it. So as you know, some of the information on my channel can be triggering. If this is the case for you, please use your strategies, use your supports in order to maintain your balance. Also, please note that the strategy suggested on my channel does not replace any form of therapeutic services like counseling. If you are engaged in counseling, please continue your counseling and maybe test out these strategies as a way to experiment and see if they work for you. And if they do, please leave a comment down below letting me know. Also, these strategies are just suggested strategies. So if you feel that they're not appropriate for you, then that's not a problem. Use your toolbox, your therapeutic strategies. And if you'd like, please let us know what really works for you, so then this way we can share it within our community here. One strategy we can use is called stop thinking. What ends up happening is automatically we filter in the negativity. We can watch the news and listen to the radio, and we're filtering in that negativity. All we see is negative, negative, negative. In order for us to restructure our brain and change our brain to filter in the positive, it takes hard work and it takes active effort in order to do this. So the strategy that we're focusing on is stop thinking. So what we're going to do when we notice that we're thinking negatively, we're going to put out our hand and we're going to say, stop. So this action right here sends a signal to our brain letting us know that, hey, we're thinking negatively and now we need to stop that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change it. We're going to switch our brain and we're going to engage in positive self-talk. So if we notice ourselves talking negatively to ourselves, oh, I feel stupid, or, I shouldn't have said that. That was so ridiculous. Well, now we're going to say, stop, right? What we said was insightful. Yeah, we made a mistake, but we're human, right? We can learn from our mistakes. The positive self-talk and that stop strategy allows us to filter in that positivity. So this way we get used to filtering in that positivity and we can slowly but surely restructure our brain so now we can automatically think positive as opposed to thinking negative. Another strategy, and this is adopted from dialectical behavioral therapy, is called radical acceptance. A lot of the times what can prevent us from being happy is actually accepting what's going on and coping with those stressors. Sometimes we tend to fight that and we don't want to accept it, or we're in a state of denial. And then it becomes very difficult for us to move forward. So say for instance, a tree branch falls on our car, right? We have two ways of looking at it. One, we can get really upset. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so expensive. I can't go to work now. And we can start filtering in that negativity. But we can also look at it from another perspective. We can say, you know what? No one was hurt. Thank goodness no one was hurt. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to spend some money to fix my car, or yeah, I might have to get a new car. But at least now what we can do is problem solve and move forward after we accepted it. We don't have control over that situation. There was nothing we can do. So we just accept it for what it is and we problem solve and move forward. So if we adopt a form of radical acceptance and just kind of accept the situation as it is, then maybe we can start problem solving in that moment to move forward. Another strategy involves recognizing your successes. A lot of the times when we have goals, we can have short-term goals, interim goals, and long-term goals, but when we reach our goals, a lot of the times we can push that goal back, right? So I finished my undergrad degree in psychology, right? That's amazing, but now I want to go to grad school. Okay, I finished grad school, now I want to go get my doctorate. We keep pushing that goal back, and without recognizing that success, without recognizing, hey, you've achieved your undergraduate degree in psychology. Stop for a second and absorb that happiness. That took a lot of work. That took a lot of effort, a lot of hours. And recognizing your successes and patting yourself on the back for those successes will allow us again to filter in more of that positivity. So whether it's waking up in the morning and making our bed, and that's a huge success for us, let's recognize it. So maybe it comes down to us redefining what success is for us and allowing those small little successes to be noticed and identified. And as we absorb that and as we continually move forward, then we're better able to feel balanced because we're not always feeling like we're striving for a goal. We're noticing that we're achieving our goal and now we're moving forward to the next goal. So recognize those small successes and big successes. A fourth strategy, and maybe one of the most important, has to do with recognizing and identifying what you're grateful for. A lot of the times we can engage in what's called social comparison, and we can look to our friends and we can look to other people and we can compare ourselves. Oh, our friends have maybe a more prestigious job than us, or a family member maybe is making more money than us, or a fellow YouTuber has more subscribers than I do. And if we look and focus on these social comparisons, this can really stress us out, and we might not feel very good when we compare ourselves to other people. But when we focus on ourselves and redirect our focus onto ourselves, and we notice what we're grateful for, I'm grateful that today is a new day and I get to start over and redefine myself. Or I'm glad that I have my family. Or maybe you have a cat and you're coming home to your cat, and that's something that we're grateful for. So recognizing what you are grateful for is going to help us tremendously by restructuring our brain and filtering in that positivity. The fifth and final strategy that we're going to talk about to increase our happiness in the moment is reciprocity. And reciprocity is one of my favorite strategies, one of my go-to strategies. So if I'm feeling low or I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, then what I do is I tend to get out of my head by doing something good for someone else. So whether it's paying for the Tim Hortons coffee for the person who is behind me in the drive-through line, or whether it's holding the door for a stranger, this is something that just really helps me feel really good, just creating this positive ripple effect in the world. It helps with restructuring that positivity. It helps to reduce that negativity, and hopefully with that person that we did that good deed for, we'll hopefully then move forward and do a good deed for somebody else. And that's that positivity ripple effect. So reciprocity can be a very beneficial strategy to use. And if you do use it, let me know. Tell me how that worked for you and how you felt in the comments down below. These 5 strategies are just suggested strategies as a means to increase our happiness in the moment. And with tension and situational stressors, that can really contribute to the maintenance of that negativity being filtered in. If we're able to recognize when we're filtering in that negativity, then we're better able to do something about it. And we can actively change that and restructure our brain to that positive and filter in more so that positivity. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As well, you can follow me on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will have that linked down below. Thank you for sitting and joining me today. Have yourself a wonderful self-care day. Bye for now.